What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pat's Chat, proud member of the CLNS Media Network. Make sure to hit subscribe on the Pat's Chat YouTube page, on the CLNS Patriots CLNS page. Turn on notifications for when a new video drops on the channel. Michael, this is a big game that the Patriots have coming up. First of all, I guess also missed all of our listeners
Yeah,
on the bye week.
I
This
feel
is our first
like
pod since post bye. Yeah.
I feel like we haven't podcasted in 65 days, and it's been a week and a half. That's how much I'm married to the game.
Yeah, 100%. I think we're both married to the podcast game. It's felt a little bit weird, but it was good to get a little bit of a break. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. Um, yeah, you said you had a take off the top. I'll
I got to
let you
take.
drop your take first, actually.
Thanks, Doug. That's what makes you such a gentleman. And it's we've done a lot of wide open AFC talk, us and everyone else. If you
Yeah.
talk about the AFC, what do you say about it? You say it's wide open, and I feel like it's skewed perspective a little. If you'll indulge me a second, because what that means when it's wide open is that the Patriots, from a Patriots perspective, could beat anyone in the AFC, right? They could beat Denver. Indy's kind of faded out, though we'll probably do some Phil Rivers comedian talk later. There's no team in the AFC that you said they can't beat. But I just feel like it's been overlooked that it also means any team in the AFC could beat the Patriots. And we're kind of skipping over that part in New England and being like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. And it's just like, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, and this will be a good Sunday for it to sort
Hmm.
of test. I feel as though for as much as the Patriots could be the AFC representative in the Super Bowl, they could just as easily lose in the wild card round. And that part of it is part of what it means when you say the AFC is wide open.
Yeah, and I think that we've done a good job
Yeah.
ourselves of
Abs-
not losing sight of that because up until maybe even like last week, I didn't even want to say the word Super Bowl on this podcast in anything that I wrote. But then you did reach a point, especially after last week, where it felt a little bit absurd to not talk about it because of how wide open the AFC is. But there's a reason why the Patriots are not favored in this game against the Bills.
They are in
And
DraftKings, I think, now.
they are
I
in
think it's
DraftKings
flipped.
now?
Yeah, I think so. On one of the
Interesting.
books, it flipped.
Well, people were kind of up in arms about the Patriots not being favored in this game. And I didn't really get the issue with it because, yeah, the Patriots beat the Bills already on the road. They're 11-2, but priors do matter. And like the last 5 seasons matter. And the Bills have been very good over the last 5 seasons. And they still have that structure of Josh Allen and Sean McDermott and some of these pieces in place. And the Patriots really did come out of nowhere this year. So the Las Vegas odds makers, as Mike Vrabel made Ben Volen say in his press conference today, like there's a method to that madness of how this line at least started off this week of them saying the Patriots still haven't completely proven themselves. Maybe
I
Cam Newton is one of those odds makers. Who knows? Because it seems like they have the same take as him. I don't think they're on first take. I'll have to check with Stephen A. Smith on that one. But I think the Patriots have proven a lot this season, and it started in that game against the Bills. But there's still maybe a little bit more to prove before they usurp the Bills
mm.
as the Super Bowl favorites out of the AFC.
I guess the jarring part about the line is that when you're talking the Las Vegas odds makers, as you so eloquently stated,
Not the people in Las
not
Vegas.
not the there's a lot of nice people out there, nice
Yes.
houses. Seems affordable too. You just got to live in the desert and deal with that. Not really a good time of year to live there, I would say. Anyways, I digress. You start with the home team getting, being a 3-point favorite generally. So for it to be -1.5, Bills is basically saying they're 4.5 points better than the Patriots. So that did seem a little extreme. But if you really broke it down, let's say you really want to get into the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have the Bills at -1.5. If you flipped it to the Patriots -1.5, I believe the payout was -130 compared to -137 to the Bills or whatever. Like it was, I
Right.
mean, it is, they're telling you it's as close as can be without flat out making it a pick 'em.
Yeah.
So I understand that it was a little jarring to see and a little surprising. But also the Bills I mean, they're trying to predict what people will bet. And the Bills
Right.
played last weekend, and had an outstandingly dramatic win and the Patriots were off. So I think that was a
Yeah.
factor too.
I mean, there's also the factor of the Patriots starting left tackle and their starting defensive tackle, who might be their best defender, are both currently on injured reserve and will not be playing in this game. So I think that that has to play a factor. Yes, the Patriots were still able to beat the Giants in those circumstances, but the Giants, the Bills, or the Giants, the Bills are not. The Bills, the Giants are not.
Good
There we
point.
go.
I have a disappointment on the Giants thing before you take your take. There's a Hard Knocks going on. Did you know that?
I, I was aware. Is it like a divisional
NFC
Hard
East.
Knocks?
NFC East.
Yeah.
And it's juiceless. It's juiceless, sadly. But I buzzed through to see if there was Patriot stuff, maybe for like podcast content. And so the first episode, it comes out on Tuesdays. So the stuff they had from Monday night was very limited, and it ended with Jackson Dart getting blown up on the sideline, and the Giants kind of, and then
Oh
it went
my
right to
God.
credits. So you're like, oh, cool. Maybe episode 2 will pick up with that and give some mic'd up stuff. And behind
Yeah.
it, literally showed that, and then showed them walking off the field and getting on the plane. And it didn't show Brian Cox being pissed about his seat being changed,
That's too bad.
which is like, I kind of buzzed through it, but it was very disappointing. I was hoping we'd get something from that game behind the
Yeah.
scenes, NFL films mic'd up. Nada.
So this is a safe space. We're 6 minutes and 48 seconds in. Doubtful that many Giants fans are watching or listening. It's been a long time. It's been 9 days since that game was played. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast. Giants fans were kind of huge babies about that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They,
Well, there was not just fans, like media. There was that radio host saying
Yeah.
he didn't have to hit him that hard. And I'm like, I've never heard that in my life.
I got a reply like that too. He was like, "Well, you didn't need to hit him. All you had to do was push him out of bounds." It's like, I mean, we're losing the plot here.
Yeah, I just it was truly a strange phenomenon.
Especially
And
because that hit, and this is so stupid that we're even talking about this 9 days later, but this is my fault. This is me being stupid. It wasn't even helmet to helmet. Like, he just hit him hard.
right, like Drake May in Tampa was getting tackled from below, going out of bounds. He got hit in the head. And not every Patriots fan, but I think most Patriots fans were like, Drake May's really got to protect himself there.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
a few people were like, oh, helmet to helmet, where's the call? Because
Yeah.
still some people get confused. But generally speaking, when you're carrying the ball, people know you're eligible to be hit in all sorts of ways. So even then, which was, much more dangerous to a guy that's been in concussion protocol before. I know Jackson Dart was coming out of it, but it's just like the response was definitely strange. I don't fault like the Giants for hooting and hollering, but
No, in that circumstance, I think you want to protect your quarterback. Sure.
I do fear to some extent. Fear is the wrong word, but you're not a big hockey guy. Modern NHL, if I were to lay a clean hit on Doug Kyed in the open ice, just perfectly clean, perfectly legal, someone's going to come and make me fight. And it sucks. It's like one of the dumbest things about modern NHL. And I wouldn't want that to be the case where if you lay a big hit, you're going to have a whole sideline starting to beat you up, because there is a football field and the hits happen on it. That's part of the game.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Giants fans and maybe some media members being like, the Patriots came out headhunting. They were playing dirty. Mike Vrabel was a dirty player, and now he's instructing his team to do the same thing. I'm like, whoa. I mean, Jalen Hawkins had a helmet-to-helmet hit and got penalized for it.
Right.
And Christian Ellis had a player swivel into him and hit him in the helmet unintentionally.
Right.
I mean, if there was another helmet-to-helmet hit, I guess I missed it. But people were like, oh, Mike Vrabel must have been like pissed at the Giants for some reason. Like, Mike Vrabel isn't telling his players to hit the Giants in the helmet with their helmet. That would be insane.
Incidentally, kind of not related, but not related. I've watched a lot of kickoffs. The contact on kickoffs has gotten extreme. Like every week you watch a kickoff and you're like, geez, I thought they were limiting the car crash effect of those, but they seem to have figured out how to just lay the lumber like they used to.
It is funny that the NFL was like, if the kicking team runs less yards, then the hits will be less severe. It's like, I mean, maybe they can't get up to the same miles per hour,
But aren't their legs fresher?
but they're probably less tired, and they can still like there's still a runway there for them to gain speed. And
Yeah.
I,
Think
I
about it
don't know.
like the difficult part. This is a great podcast, by the way. The difficult part of is it a biathlon in the Winter Olympics when you cross country ski and then shoot? I think
Right.
it's just two sports, right? Um, the difficult part, and I know this because I used to play the Olympic game on PlayStation 1.
Mm,
When your respiratory system is being maxed, you're trying to hit that target, and it's like
right.
ooh. Now, if I'm running 40 yards before I have to try to put my shoulder on a fast athletic man's shoulder, it's going to be more difficult than if I run 15 yards.
Yes. Yeah. No, 100%.
Anyways, what's your take, Doug? Was that
My
it?
take is that I was wrong. I'm a big dumb idiot. Before week 5, I wrote in the Boston Herald, it was in print, that it would be unfair to compare Drake May in year 2 to to Josh Allen today, to
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen in year 8. Hand up, I was wrong. It's completely fair to compare Drake May in year 2 to Josh Allen today, because you pick a stat, pick any stat basically, other than rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, and Drake May has been better this year than Josh Allen. I think that we all expected Drake May's career trajectory to go similar to Josh Allen, where year 2 would be better than year 1, and then year 3 might be when he takes that full total leap. No, Drake May did it in year 2. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if he takes a slight step back, maybe in year 3. But like Andrew Callahan, my coworker, asked me in our office today, like, would you be surprised if Drake May was like as good as Josh Allen one day? I was like, well, he's kind of right now as good as Josh Allen. And I know that it means more if you do it over a 6-year period or whatever. But like, no, of course that wouldn't surprise me, because Drake May is currently playing better than Josh Allen. And Drake May had a very humble answer when I asked him how he feels about those comparisons, saying that he hopes to one day be as good as Josh Allen. He's far away from that right now. I hate to tell the starting quarterback of the Patriots that he's wrong, but like he's kind of wrong. Like he's playing as well as Josh Allen right now.
Mm-hmm. I managed to bring up the stats while you
Yeah.
were doing that. So Josh Allen played 16 games in year 2.
Oh yeah. Oh, year 2 to Drake May's year 2 is nowhere close.
Oh, so you were saying it would be wrong to compare year 2 Drake Allen to current year 2 Drake May to current Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's what I said
Oh, okay.
back in
Because I remember we did in the September.
yeah.
I remember talking about it. I remember Felger yelling at me about it. Uh, in saying Josh Allen turned into Josh Allen in year 2, but had a very bad September. And we
Right.
used that as sort of, when Drake May was fumbling like crazy against Pittsburgh and they were 1-2, saying, it feels like 8 years ago now, but we
Mhm.
were saying that doesn't necessarily doom his season.
Right.
And now, do you even want those side by side comparisons?
Well, I'm writing about it tomorrow, so I know them. You can give them to me.
Just
Like
just
Josh
fill out
Allen's
rating.
QBR in his second season was 49, and Drake Mays is like 72 or something.
Yeah, I mean, passer rating, it's 111.9 to 85.3.
Yeah.
He already has more touchdowns. He has more passing yards. He has more passing touchdowns, I should say. So he's already done more. I'm sure he'll throw some picks in the next
Right.
4 weeks. So the picks, I mean, Josh Allen had 9 that year, 20 touchdowns and 9.
Yeah.
Drake May currently has 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So that, even in week 4, people were saying, well, maybe not. Maybe he's not turning into Josh Allen right now. So the fact that he's done that since then is kind of nuts.
Yeah, it really is.
And
Real
Doug didn't
other
think
quick.
Doug didn't think it was possible.
I
Doug
didn't think it was
is a
possible, but
hater.
he's done it. He's an MVP candidate above Josh Allen right now. Drake May is number 2 right now in MVP odds, and Josh Allen's number 4. So that kind of says it all. It's completely fair to compare Drake May.
Oh,
Oh my
geez.
God, we are the dumbest idiots in the world. It's
Delete this.
completely fair to compare Drake May today to Josh Allen today. Quick aside, Patrick Mahomes has not had a passer rating over 83 in any of his last 3 seasons. I was looking up recently Drake May's passer rating against certain coverages. And I was doing it through Sumer Sports. They have like a chat feature that you can do it. And I forgot which coverage it was, but I asked for Drake May's passer rating versus certain coverages, and it was like a 92 or 93. And they were like, in that one, he's below average. And I don't want to get too far into it because there's been a very popular like debate on Twitter recently of who's currently the better quarterback between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen has played better than Patrick Mahomes for 3 straight seasons. I feel like it's undercovered how below average, or how, maybe not below average, but like how sort of mediocre Patrick Mahomes has been over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
I mean,
all
they
I
won.
gotta say about
They
that.
did win 15 games last year, but there's something about. I don't think I'm ready to release my full Patrick Mahomes take, but until the man starts exercising, I don't think it's going to turn around for him. And people are like, "Oh, he's only played, what's his first year? 18 as a starter, right?"
Yeah.
So that's what, 8 years,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh, he's got another 10 left," and it's like, "Yeah, maybe,
Right.
yeah, maybe." Like he's gotta like. Everyone just assumes Brady ruined people's thoughts on what quarterbacks do after 35.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Quarterbacks that don't take care of themselves and just sort of rely on their natural ability, that's great in your 20s.
Right.
I think your 30s, and maybe he will. I mean, there's a lot riding on it. I don't know, but when you bring up the comparison this year of say Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, you could argue, and I think it's an easy case. I know Rashee Rice missed a lot of time, that the Chiefs have a better receiving core, even with people like Tyquan Thornton out there. The Bills' receiving core is rough. And if the Patriots win Sunday, it's because the Bills' receiving core is easy to defend.
Yes.
So what's Josh
I want to talk about
Allen?
the receiving cores a little bit later. Yeah.
And just what Josh Allen is doing with that speaks to, he can work with a hand tied behind his back too. It does feel like, though, if we're like, this isn't the week to do Mahomes bashing, because literally they're playing their 3rd and 4th string tackles, and then one of them breaks his leg on the first play of the game, and it's like,
right,
this is not going to work.
Yeah.
So I'll lay off the Mahomes thing this week, but it's a fair long-term observation.
Let's talk about. Okay, first of all, real quick, how is this not a Nance Romo game? They're doing Steelers Lions. This is an Iron Eagle JJ Watt game. You're telling me that CBS thinks that the Steelers Lions
is a
bigger game than Bills Patriots?
I think the window is probably a bigger factor.
Why didn't they move the window?
I don't know. What time is that game? I'm
4:25.
Why am I not seeing it? I have Green Bay at Denver. Am I in the wrong week?
Probably.
December 14th, 2025. Nance and Romo are Green Bay at Denver.
Oh, I thought it was Steelers Lions.
That is a Monday night game.
Oh. Okay, well, still.
You got all twisted.
Stands. You're telling me.
So the Packers are obviously a huge national draw. I think
You're telling me Packers Broncos is better than Bills Patriots?
Well, they can't move a game in Denver to 1, obviously.
Yeah.
So I think they're maximizing.
There's no 4 or 5 game this week.
Well, though. I think the stranger thing is, speaking of popular culture, I just think the stranger thing, the Chargers at Chiefs is getting way more of the country at 1 than Patriots Bills. And I don't think that's a Northeast bias thing. Like the Patriots Bills is a better game. The Chargers, I know Mahomes is Mahomes and Reed is Reed, but I guess it speaks to it that they put their 3rd team on it. But yeah, more of the country's getting that.
The Chargers and Chiefs are not very fun teams to watch right now.
Chargers were brutal the other night. I mean, it was interesting because you had a quarterback with literally holding his hand like a glass vase full of water and roses. Like, don't hit me. And then they're calling RPOs for him in the 4th quarter. It's like, this is nuts. But yeah, I would say just they hate us because they ain't us is what's at play there. A lot of disrespect. Add it to the list, Doug.
What'd you think of Herbert after the game?
I think he was a little nuts to think he didn't have to do a 1-minute interview. That being said, I think every single person who weighed in on it was over the top, if you
I
can believe
agree.
it. If you can believe it. Either way, whatever way you
Either
weighed in.
way, yeah.
If you think he's an a-hole, if you think Laura Rutledge was wrong to stop him, whatever your argument is, if you took it beyond a 1, it was
Yeah.
too much. But you're the starting quarterback. It's Monday Night Football. You got to talk to the camera for a minute. And it's just it's a dumb aspect, but you can't fight it in the moment.
And
Fight
then
it after.
I like him in the moment being like, I want to go celebrate with my team was one thing. Then he was like sort of like rushing through the answers and eye rolling a little bit, the questions. It's like, listen, man, you just got to do it. Like, I'm sorry. And people were like, what have we ever gotten out of those post game interviews? Like, there's actually been some like kind of cool moments in those post game interviews.
Did you catch the college football game Saturday night?
That was a truly shocking moment in my life when I don't know what the voice was that he was doing immediately, because it like sounded like he was crying, but he wasn't.
Someone compared it to like a Gronk interview, which I think was surprisingly accurate. If Gronk said like, "We're the flippin' champs."
I said to my wife, like, if in the like SNL could just have Andy Samberg do that interview and just run it as is, like, we're the flippin' champs, that's a good enough punchline to run on SNL.
We should probably tell anyone it's Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback of Indiana. If you missed it, gave the best walk-off interview of all time. I would say it's got to be up there. But so I've learned since that was a repeat of last year. Now, you weren't tuned in. I was, because I love ball. Cal beat Stanford at the end of the year to finish 6-6 and become bowl eligible. And Fernando Mendoza was the quarterback of Cal and did the exact same speech pretty much, except for a 6-6 Cal team. So,
oh my God,
he's gold. I can't wait for the next Indiana game.
I just couldn't believe how much like Kirk Cousins on like amphetamines he seemed.
It was Gronk with Kirk Cousins, not mannerisms, just a sort of way about him.
Yeah. Okay. Patriots wide receivers, Bills wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Elliott Wolf, Ryan Cowden, Mike Vrabel, and Stretch owe Brandon Beane a letter of thanks and appreciation for trading Stephon Diggs to the Texans and letting Mac Hollins walk out the door in free agency. Because for the first time in God knows how long, I don't even want to do the math. Patriots have a good wide receiver core. The Patriots fans have absolutely zero reason to complain about their wide receivers for the first time since what, 2018?
So because 19 was rough. You were going through your Antonio Brown, your Mohamed Sanu, your N'Keal Harry rookie year.
So 2019 was,
they tried.
On paper, it was still good.
You had Josh Gordon for a bit. But definitely
since 2020.
They tried, I would say.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to this might be better than 2019.
Well, in 2019, you simultaneously had Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon
for one game,
Julian Edelman. Was Hogan still on that team?
No.
Philip Dorsett and someone else. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could probably give it. It's a new. Yeah, you could probably.
You had a rookie team. Jacoby Myers. So
yeah. Oh, and N'Keal Harry was on that team too. Yeah.
Yeah. So the year before, you had Edelman, Gordon for most of it, Hogan, Dorsett, Patterson.
Patterson was pretty good that year.
So it's been a while.
It's been a long. So that's what I'm saying is that like I was looking at PFF grades, which for receivers isn't the strongest metric to use, but the Patriots team receiving grade is 4th in the NFL right now.
Wow.
So obviously that's a little high. And that includes Hunter Henry and the other tight ends and the receiving running backs and all of that. But like there's really been zero reason to complain about Diggs, Booty, or Hollins. Douglas wasn't great at the beginning of the year, then has really rounded into shape.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Williams, you can have your gripes about him, but I kind of feel like the 2 touchdowns now have overtaken the issues that he's had connecting with Drake Maye. Like he's had 2 really big plays. There haven't been a ton of targets. So if you can get 2 touchdowns out of that, that's pretty good. Efton Chisholm out obviously hasn't really done anything, but there's really no valid reason to complain. So I would say that they have a better receiving core, certainly than the Bills and Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the Ravens. Ravens have got Zay
I love
Flowers
Zay
and DeAndre
Flowers.
Hopkins.
It's hard because their quarterback's playing so poorly that it's hard to. That's maybe where your grading comes into question.
Yeah, I just like there's among the top AFC teams, Pittman and Alec Pierce probably a little bit better. You throw in Josh Downs. I don't know. Like the Jaguars have a lot of guys, but I don't know. Like this stacks up, let's say, with some of the better receiving cores in the AFC right now.
Yeah. I mean, behind DK Metcalf in Pittsburgh, it's not quite.
There's nothing really there. Yeah.
And I guess it's a similar thing in Denver. We have Cortland Sutton, but like the quarterback doesn't
So the
wow you
Bengals
enough.
obviously have a better receiving core, but they aren't contenders. The best receiving cores based on PFF grades, which kind of does stack with reality. Seahawks, because they've got Smith and Jigba and Cup. Rams, because of the Puka Nacua and
Devontae Adams has
Devontae Adams.
50 touchdowns.
Lions, because they've got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. Packers, it's just a lot of guys. Cowboys, because they've got Pickens and Lamb. Colts, 49ers, Bengals, Dolphins. So like most of these other teams have a couple of guys. But yeah, I don't know. The Patriots receiving core has been really, really, really good.
I don't know if you noticed me making like a face at some point, and it's because I had my stats up and I had the 2018 Patriots up. And I've probably brought this exact stat. Do you know who led the 2018 Patriots in receiving yards and what that number was?
2018.
2018. I'll give you a hint. He missed the first 4 games because of a PED suspension.
Oh, I was gonna say Edelman. Yeah,
850 yards led the team in receiving that year. So Diggs needs 40 yards a week for the next 4 weeks to pass that. So
well, it's something truly unbelievable. 4 Patriots wide receivers have 400 yards. 5 Patriots pass catchers are on pace for over 500 yards. That's kind of crazy, right? 5?
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned Hollins because he was the one we heard the most complaints about in the summer. Just people did not want him on the team. He was in the way of Chisholm. He was in the way of whomst ever.
Javon Baker, Jalen Polk.
Yeah, so I think he has been just so big and reliable. And Pat's chat got it right. But do you know what this half of Pat's chat said when we talked about it?
What?
I clicked the little sort button by height. And I was like, do you see that next to his name? They don't have that and haven't had that in a while, and it's going to be very useful.
Yeah.
You were right too, but I don't remember exactly what you said.
No, I think I said he'd been like good in practice, and
I'm obsessed with myself. I don't know to tell you. I write them all down on my good takes.
No, I mean the receiving core has been really good. Just kind of wanted to give them their flowers on that. We'll take a break in a second, but I did want to talk about the Patriots' run defense before we do that, because this is a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of talking about the game, we decided to talk about Patrick Mahomes and something else. Giants hits, all that kind of stuff. James Cook has been really good this season.
Awesome.
Josh Allen, obviously, very good rusher. He has 12 rushing touchdowns on the season. That's a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. A lot of them are actual runs too. Like last week was 47 yards.
So, but James Cook is a problem. The Patriots held him to under 50 yards in week 5. They did a great job, but they had Milton Williams in that game. And I want to give you some stats. I did my homework for this show. I put in the work. I put in some effort. I could have been playing Roblox with my daughter. I said, hold on, Olivia. I can't play 99 Nights of the Forest for the next 10 minutes because I have to do some research for this podcast.
Give us 10 days to do a podcast. We'll do a little research.
So, before Milton Williams got hurt, the New England Patriots were 4th in rush EPA per play, and they were 8th in rush success rate. Top 5 in rush EPA per play, top 10 in success rate. Milton Williams got injured very, very early against the Jets. So let's include those snaps.
And came back for a snap.
So since that week, the Patriots are now 23rd in rush EPA per play and 31st in success rate. Though that's like, I know that it's not all one person, and Kairos Tong has been out. He got injured, and maybe it's the opponents, maybe there's other factors, but I do believe that Milton Williams being out plays a massive role in why the Patriots have struggled against the run, and not having him in this Bills game. That's why I don't really hate the fact that the Bills are favored in it, because I
Yeah.
think that this is a very easily losable game for the Patriots.
I got a stat for you, stat boy. You ready for this?
Yep, I'm ready.
James Cook, very good running back on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Florida State Seminole, if I'm not mistaken.
Delvin Cook's brother.
All sorts of information about this man. Has run for 100 yards or more 7 times this year.
That's a lot.
Do you know what the Bills' record is in those 7 games?
7-0.
6-1. They lost to Houston. That was a great game.
Some of that is because they're winning. They do run the ball more, but yes.
Okay. I mean, he does lead the
causation,
league.
Correlation, all that.
He leads the league in rushing attempts. So
yeah,
whatever you want to.
Right.
So that means there have been 6 games that he did not run for 100 yards. A high of 87, a low of 44 in those sub 100s. You know what their record is in those games?
Well, that would have to be 4-2.
3-3.
3-3. Okay.
So they are a 500 team when you hold them under 100.
Yeah.
And they are a 6 divided by 7. Damn, I don't have that. 6 divided. And they are an 857 team when he gets to 100 yards. So it doesn't always work out that way. Like you said, it's not causation. But it's a good indication that he kind of controls. And I think if not for the Bengals throwing interceptions on consecutive plays last week, the Bengals were going to beat them.
Yeah.
And I think a big reason why was because it wasn't really a James Cook game. And that team doesn't have enough offensive firepower beyond the quarterback and the running back to come back from a big deficit unless that team is the Bengals and they're a clown organization and they don't have any sort of sense of what a concussion is. And then they'll give you the game. They'll just give it to you. They'll just hand it to you on a platter.
Yeah. Let's talk about Prize Picks, because this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. It's the holiday season. It's the best time of year for sports. You've got bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once. Well, you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what games to watch. There's only one place where it feels good to be right, and that is Prize Picks. So we're talking about James Cook right now. And I'm pulling up Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. So I'm pulling up the app, and we might have to wait. This game would be. We usually do this on Wednesdays, right?
Thursdays usually. So I guess we're a little early.
Maybe we're a little bit too early this week. Well, on Prize Picks,
we'll take the more than on whatever.
I would take the more than on James Cook. I will tell you that today. That would be the smart play to do. And because I am genuinely concerned about the Patriots' run defense.
What about the Josh Allen rush yards? Because I feel those are probably going to be high. So I'd probably take the less than, because the Patriots, unlike the Bengals, won't just play man and run away from him and leave the entire middle of the field wide open for him to just gallivant up and down the field. So I'd probably be less afraid of those rushing yards.
I think that's fair to say. I think that's very fair to say. I'm going to try to see if this is on. Here we go. I got it. So currently on Prize Picks, I think. Okay, so yes, James Cook, 82.5 rushing yards. That's high.
He does it more often than not.
I'm still going to go more than.
Yeah. I mean, this is on paper one of the best rushing defenses in the league, but all the points you said, what is it? 80 what?
82.5.
So he's done that 8 out of 13 games this year.
And the Patriots' run defense is very susceptible right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Josh Allen is 35.5. Are you still going less than?
I'll take the less than, just for those reasons stated, but I don't feel great about it. But
all it takes is one big run. Drake Maye, 229.5 passing yards. Josh Allen, 228.5 passing yards. Feel strongly about either one of those?
No, I don't.
Receiving yards, you've got Stephon Diggs, 48.5.
Oh, I have a Stephon. I'll get this while we do it, but I'm going to take the more than, and I'll explain why, even though it doesn't quite match up, but I'll explain why.
You know what else I'm going to take? I'm going to take Dalton Kincaid more than 41.5 receiving yards.
You like the tight ends against the
We've
Patriots.
been pounding the tight ends. This is a lot. I don't know if we're gonna hit all these. Maybe not. Maybe so. But entry fee $20 to win 200. I'll take the chance. I'm hitting submit right now. So that's how fun and easy it is to play Prize Picks. And if you download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS, you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. I would also push everyone to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. Hit that notification button. Definitely leave a review. Rate and review, do all that stuff. It's Christmas season. For us, the greatest gift of all would be your 5-star rating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we're not going to ask you to buy a Pat's Chat hoodie.
No.
That's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to buy me like a flannel shirt or like a sweater because I just wouldn't expect that out of our listeners. But a review, that's free.
Though unless there's like an orthopedic surgeon that listens to us, I do have some questions about my elbow. I've been dealing with something so if you are, please find a way to contact me.
Have you been watching the guy who's trying to throw a baseball over his neighbor's roof into a bucket on Instagram?
I've seen things like that, potentially that exact one, but
I'm invested. I'm following him.
So it's a daily try once per day.
He's up to day 30, so he gets to throw 30 balls. He's getting really close.
It's a crazy thing. That's a crazy thing, but I think he
was a Division I catcher at Wichita State.
Okay, so he's got a nice wing on that thing.
But his arm gets hurt. Like his arm is definitely hanging after each go.
Well, that's the thing. My elbow, it's a post baseball season thing. It's not like I've been throwing since September. So I could use a little expert. I don't know if it's like tennis elbow or golf elbow or both, but it won't get better. Like, this is middle age, I guess. It's just not better. I want to pay off my Stephon Diggs take.
Yeah.
And it was curtailed a little bit by a quiet Monday night performance against the Giants. What did he have? 3 for like 26.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, the Bills game and the Jets game, both primetime games, he went off. And even despite that quiet game, he's averaging in night games 92.3 yards per game.
There we go.
Day games 42.8. So this isn't a night game. You might notice we said it's a 1:00 game, but it's a big one, and it's against his old team, which he took very seriously last time. So what it was in the 40s,
48.5. Yeah,
I would have preferred a 42. Would have felt more comfortable, but you got to trust that he's gonna just go nuts again. And he was awesome against the Bills. You can't forget that.
I think we gotta go rapid fire a little bit here. Obviously, we can keep going for a while, but there's just a lot of topics I wanted to hit real quick.
Okay.
First of all, Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, both finalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I've got a train whistle going on in the background here. Apologize for that. It seems, I don't know. I personally think both of them should get in. I don't think that's necessarily a hot take around here.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit funny if they both get in.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick actually mentioned Robert Kraft in his statement to become a finalist.
Good. Learning. On a statement that wasn't done on Adobe Photoshop either. It looked like it was from the Hall of Fame.
I think that was the right play for him to do that because I don't think the Hall of Fame is, I don't think any time is right to be petty about the success that the Patriots had over all those years. I understand Bill Belichick being like slightly perturbed about the way that things ended and maybe more than slightly perturbed, but still you got to play the game with the Hall of Fame.
Ooh, do you think a year in Carolina humbled maybe him a little bit in that regard?
Maybe. All right. What do you think? Bill Belichick next University of Michigan head coach?
I think they might want maybe after what's transpired, maybe something a little like when it comes to the head coach, maybe have an age appropriate wife and just sort of plug him in there. I think that might be what they want at Michigan after what seems to be transpiring today. But the thing with Belichick, it's a hard thing to argue. Like he is the best coach of all time. So I always say he's one of the best. Like I can't sit here and be like, he's better than Don Shula. Right. It's coaching, it's not like a feat of strength. There's a lot to it. Yeah. He is certainly, if not the best coach of all time in the NFL, one of 2 or 3 or 4. There's no real reason for him not to get in right away.
Yeah.
Other than people don't like him. Yeah. and they might hold Deflategate or more so Spygate against him, and just say, well, and if they do that, they're idiots. I'm not saying that
Right.
like these are valid things. These are things the NFL implemented to put parity on the league.
Yeah.
I do wonder how much that plays in. And Doug, one of our first episodes of the 2024 year, I want to say, I don't remember the timing, was about the guy that got in last year over Robert Kraft. The guy who owned a car dealership in Canton, Ohio, and held a meeting where the NFL was basically formed. The guy who believed like players' families shouldn't get paid if they died playing on the field.
Yeah. Don't remember
Uh,
that guy's name.
don't remember, never heard of him before. We'll never hear of him again.
I don't
So
even want to learn his name.
can I sit here and tell you Robert Kraft will get into the Hall of Fame? I cannot, but I
No.
do think if Jerry, like I've always said, if Jerry Jones is in, he should be in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Point
He should be
point
in.
blank period.
Yeah. They've won 6 Super Bowls. Sorry, them's the facts.
I gotta look at it.
I don't even want to know it. You can.
No, you got it. Maybe I can give you like initials. Do you think you
Oh
could
yeah,
guess it?
maybe.
I want to guess his name was like George.
I thought it was like a J name.
What do they call that contributor?
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
Did his last name start with a B?
His hold on. Google sucks now. What are we gonna do about Google?
I know.
Sorry, it's just blame Google. I can't even find it. Canton Car Owners Dealership. That'll do
No,
it.
look up 2025 Hall of Fame contributor.
Oh, I got it. His initials are RH. He has 2 syllables in his name. 1 each. He doesn't have a 0-syllable name. He owned the Canton Bulldogs.
Is it a normal first name?
For the time when he was born in like the 10s, I want to say.
No, I is it Ron or Rob?
I'm sorry.
Or,
I'm sorry. He wasn't born in the 10s. He was born in 1891. His name was Ralph.
oh, Ralph. And the last name starts with a B?
H.
Ralph Hickok? I don't know. No, you said
Ralph.
it's 1 syllable.
Yep.
I don't know.
Ralph Hay.
See?
Technically sounds like a character in A Christmas Story, but yeah, Ralph Hay made it over Robert Kraft last year. So
That's
will
nuts.
Kraft get in? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Jared Wilson, Brendan Schooler, and Kyra Stonko all full participants in Wednesday's practice. Feels like those 3 guys are going to be playing against the Bills. That's big.
Wilson's surprising, don't you think?
A little bit, yeah, but I think they were kind of downplaying the injury early on there.
Yeah,
Harold
again.
Landry, though, banged up. He was limited. Terrell Jennings still out with a concussion. So some injuries in play. It feels like Harold Landry, they're just kind of taking it easy on him, and he's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
we did note when Jared Wilson got hurt.
That's my guess.
We noted that Jared Wilson got hurt and like nothing necessarily happened.
Right.
So maybe that limited the severity of the ankle sprain.
When nothing happens, that limits the severity, yeah. And he was on a crutch after the game, so yeah.
I'm not saying he didn't get hurt. I'm just saying
No,
maybe it healed quicker because it's not like he completely rolled
sure.
his ankle or something treacherous happened.
Yeah. I just want to talk about this.
I know
Philip
what
Rivers,
you're going to say. Yeah, Phil Rivers.
44-year-old grandfather is playing in the NFL again. He's on the Colts practice squad. Listen, I know that every Patriots fan wants the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. I don't think there would be a better story in sports than Philip Rivers solidifying his Hall of Fame candidacy by coming back at the age of 44 and winning a Super Bowl with the Colts. That would be truly one of the most unbelievable storylines in sports history.
Yeah, it's not necessarily worth talking about because it's not going to happen. Like I fear for Philip Rivers when he takes the field. And I think
I do too. He hasn't played since 2020.
This is a long time ago. Like there are people in the NFL now that had not matriculated to college in 2020. Like Drake May went to college in 2020. Am I right?
Yeah.
I believe he graduated high school in 2020. So like it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You're talking about the guy who's going to be the MVP was a senior in high school and matriculating in college. I think the shame is I think Randy Quaid is too old to play Phillip Rivers in the movie because they already made this baseball movie. Remember the rookie?
You mean Dennis Quaid?
Oh, did I say Randy? Definitely Randy Quaid. No, but Dennis Quaid, definitely too old to be
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers in this movie. So I don't know. You could have a whole conversation about who plays him, but I think that's a shame because they kind of made the baseball movie, right? Didn't he? He was like
Yeah.
coaching high school kids and then threw the pitch at the speedometer, like the big light up
Yeah,
thing.
the rookie. Yeah, I mean, all he really did was like pitch in the major leagues. Phil, yeah. I mean, listen, it's very funny. What I really want to play, and
Mm.
I it was Philip Rivers' press conference. I legitimately could not believe the laughter that the Colts media corps was giving Philip Rivers. I'm make a joke right now.
Oof. Uh,
This is
want to hear a
demanding a lot out
want
of
to hear
you.
a dirty joke?
Sure.
Two white horses playing in the mud.
That's how hard the Colts media corps laughed at Philip Rivers saying that he doesn't know how much he weighs.
The only thing missing was like.
Michael, I don't know how much I weigh right now. It was really loud.
Now, the obvious joke, and everyone sent it to you, was, well, the Colts are no strangers to pumping in crowd noise.
Yes.
This sounded like a laugh track. It
It
sounded like
truly sounded like I was watching Seinfeld. Yeah.
it was. Now, we don't have enough time tonight. This is a 2-hour topic.
Yeah.
Media guffawing is a major problem in society. And I pride myself on not partaking in the guffawing. That's always been sort of what I'm about when everyone's
Right.
totally losing their jaws at something that isn't funny.
Mm.
I like to keep a straight face, but it doesn't really do much when everyone else is good.
It's true.
This was
You're still part of it. Yeah.
There must have been nothing else going on in Indianapolis today because every news reporter, every anchor, every radio reporter, like it sounds like there's 1,000 people there.
It sounds like he's at like the Lucas Oil Stadium doing stand up.
Like the Laugh Factory. It was strange, but it does put. I like to shine a light on the societal issue of media guffawing. It needs to be curbed.
I want to read you a tweet, and I think this guy, I've seen his tweets before. I don't follow him. I think he probably does a good job. I don't know for a fact of like who he is as a person, but his name is Davis Maddock. He tweeted, "The Philip Rivers stuff is so dark for the sport of football. The NFL and CFB have so neglected QB development, while defensive coverages and schemes have evolved, that a fat grandpa is a better option than any team's QB3. If his body is even close to up to speed, I agree with the Colts that it's probably the right football move. I absolutely hate that the average young QB looks at a 2025 NFL defense and has no clue what they are seeing. I disagree with this take. I believe that even in the year 1992, NFL teams would have been like, yeah, sign Dan Fouts rather than grabbing some random ass third string quarterback. Third string quarterbacks aren't good. Third string quarterbacks were never good. Like some guys are good at quarterback. Philip Rivers was really good at quarterback for like 15 years. And if I'm the Colts, I have no problem whatsoever rolling the dice with Philip Rivers and seeing if he can give you a relatively high level of play rather than some random ass third stringer, because third stringers have always been bad. I don't think this is dark for football. I don't think it really has, like, there's a case to be made that quarterback development is not what it was back in the day, but third string quarterbacks aren't good and they've never been good.
Right. I mean, you're talking about a league where Jaden Daniels was outstanding last year, where Drake May is outstanding this year, where
Right.
Caleb Williams is outstanding this year. There's young quarterback, and now the success rate is low, but there's still like it's the hardest position to play. So I googled while you were talking because I'm not gonna listen to that tweet. I don't even know who it is, but
He has like 69,000 followers.
that's a lot. Spotrac, never know which way to pronounce it, tweeted out a list of all the quarterbacks that are currently on practice squads. Stop me when you want someone more than 44-year-old Phil Rivers, okay?
You are not going to be stopped.
All right. Jeff Driscoll.
No.
Kyle Trask.
No.
Shane Buechele? Who's
Nope.
that? He's on Buffalo. Mike White.
Nope.
Mike White?
for whatever year he was good, which was probably even before 2020.
Yeah, all right. Sean Clifford.
No,
Sure. Bailey Zappi.
no,
Hey, back to back. Will Greer. Remember that
no.
phenomenon? I had a
Yeah,
column once. It was the Will Greer stuff is weird because people were being weird about Will. Sam Ellinger.
no,
CJ Beathard.
no,
Malik Cunningham. This is just a Patriots
no,
all-star list. Clayton Tune.
no,
Brett Rippon.
no,
He's on Indy's practice squad. So Carter Bradley.
no,
Chris Oladokin.
nope,
Oladokin?
no,
I'm not deep in the weeds on this. Cam Miller.
nope,
I don't know how to pronounce DJ Uyigale's name.
nope,
Jake Hayner.
nope,
Kyle McCord.
nope,
Adrian Martinez.
nope,
Trevor Simeon.
nope,
Sam Hartman.
nope.
Okay.
None of them.
So it speaks to
Some backup quarterback came in last week. Who got injured last week?
Riley Leonard played last week, but he's their third stringer.
Yeah, that might have been what it was. I was just like, when a third stringer comes in, the team just has absolutely no chance. Like they cannot move the ball.
Yeah.
Nothing can happen on offense.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, like second and third round quarterbacks don't usually develop into starters at this point. But like, I don't know, Brock Purdy exists. And like Mac Jones was pretty good this year after, I don't know. It just like,
A lot
I think,
of don't have one quarterback,
right.
let alone two.
Yeah.
So I don't know that that's the time to make that. Like, and especially it's after the trade deadline.
Right.
Your options are limited. It is insane though. Like I would agree with the larger point that it's insane that Phil Rivers is going to probably play Sunday.
Right.
Right?
His face was looking pretty big.
It always has, but
Yeah.
yeah. I
He
mean,
looked like a dad. It didn't so much look like a grandfather, but did look like the dad you see watching his kids play soccer.
I want to look at something, okay? Because
Yeah.
I mentioned Tom Brady earlier, warping what people think people can do after 35.
yeah.
Tom Brady at 44 led the league in passing attempts, completions, passing yards, passing touchdowns. He threw 43 touchdowns that year. I don't think I think his record as a 44-year-old is safe. I don't think Phil Rivers would be touching that. That was he kind of got screwed out of the MVP because Aaron Rodgers he threw fewer picks. Give me a break.
Yeah.
People missed, and I wrote this at the time, the absolute insanity that was a 44-year-old doing all of that.
Yeah.
So I would like all those people that voted for Aaron Rodgers to watch Phil Rivers for the next few weeks and be like, oh, that's what a 44-year-old. I screwed up my vote.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
So I tweeted, what retired quarterback would you most trust to lead your team to the Super Bowl today?
And people didn't know what you asked. I'll tell you that much.
They were saying Joe Montana, and I was like, that man is 69 years old. But Phillip Rivers might be the answer. People were saying Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck hasn't played quarterback since what, like 2018, 19?
It's been a long time. And I don't think
have people seen Andrew Luck recently?
I saw him interviewed, but I wasn't.
He weighs like 190 pounds.
Yeah, I wasn't analyzing him for his viability as a quarterback in the NFL anymore.
Drew Brees, some people said. Like, Rivers was pretty decent last year he played.
Yeah. Yeah, he never really
wasn't.
He never fell off necessarily.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Phillip Rivers might be the answer. Some other quick hitters, some nonsense stuff. Do you have a top 5 Christmas movies? Because mine, I've been talking about this with my family a lot. Home Alone 2, Christmas Vacation. I'm blanking. Oh, The Santa Claus and Muppets Christmas Carol. Those are my top 5.
So Muppet Christmas Carol and both Home Alones definitely make mine. Elf is on mine. Elf is like my season starter. Like when we start watching the movies, that's sort of our first one.
Mm-hmm. I like Elf.
You know what?
It's like in the top 10 for me, but I'm just not as high on it as the others.
It just gets me ready for Christmas. I have a wild card here. This is because I'm Mike Hurley. I'm different, you know. I can't come in and oh, you like Christmas Vacation? Wow. I've heard of that. This is a Netflix movie. It's probably like 7 years old, 6 years. Klaus.
Oh, okay.
I think it's one of the most wonderful Christmas movies ever made. So that I think might be on my top 5. It's the one that I
Wow.
made us, we all have our votes for
Yeah.
Friday night movie night. I
Hmm.
kind of forced the issue last week because Klaus is fantastic.
I think I've had that on but not paid attention, so I'll have to
Great film.
throw that on and pay attention. Some honorable mentions. The Night Before with Seth Rogen in it.
Never saw that.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's a good one. Harold and Kumar Christmas, underrated one.
Didn't catch that one either. Sorry.
How do you feel about Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds and Anna Faris?
I don't think I saw that one.
Underrated
Can I tell you
Christmas movie.
something bizarre about me in Christmas movies?
What?
I've seen It's a Wonderful Life a handful of times.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, last year I was watching it like on Christmas Eve up late. I just wept. I don't know. Like it's a movie I've seen a bunch and never got moved to tears. And like I just, it just walloped me that night.
Wow.
God damn. It's a
Interesting.
Wonderful Life. That movie came out in what, 1930
Probably 1942, somewhere around there.
when
Yeah.
they first invented microphones, but fantastic film. So
This
that's
is a
my
good one.
honorable mention.
All right. Red Sox. Missed out on Pete Alonso. It's a bummer.
There's just no reason. They're just not serious. They're just not to say like we're worried about his age. He's 31. He played every game last year. He doesn't miss time. You need a first baseman. Like if you go into next, people forget. Okay, Doug, this is Sox talk. We are fully Sox talk. People forget. They say, "Oh, Tristan Casas got hurt." He sucked last year.
Yeah.
He was batting cleanup to start the year.
Yeah.
He was hitting like 130.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm not saying he'll never be good, but if you want to win a World Series this year, you probably need someone who's established and good. And if that costs you Tristan Casas development, so be it. I don't think Tristan Casas is going to be your guy.
Right.
And they just love cheap players. They just love saving money. To come in short on years and money is impressive. So they're just not serious.
If they lose Bregman, then like this team is significantly worse than it was last year.
Yeah, and even if they keep Bregman, then they're at best as good as they were last year. Like they
Which
need to be
doesn't
better
really
than
do you
that.
much good.
So it's a nightmare. I think I was thinking today, as you sort of see their philosophy play out, like any player, like maybe not Christian Campbell because maybe he's not a big leaguer, but like Roman Anthony, dumb for signing that deal because it's like what you're dealing with this team,
Right.
and they're looking for deals that they're discount shopping every chance they get.
Yeah.
So you bought yourself insurance in case you break your knee next year, but it's just they're not serious, and it's annoying because we saw that ownership group operate a certain way for a long time, and it brought the most successful era of Red Sox baseball ever. And since then, it's just kind of like, no.
Yeah. I mean, Tristan Casas had a negative .9 WAR in just 29 games last year.
He was awful. He was terrible. And
Hit a
now he's coming off.
OPS.
He's coming off a devastating leg injury.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure.
Even,
I'm sure
even
it'll be
like
great.
2022 through 2024, like he's gonna be 26 next year too. I don't know. I mean, maybe in 9 months we're feeling like morons for how well Tristan Casas played this season, but
No. I
don't know.
I have a
Not great.
dishonorable mention just to put a bow on the Christmas movies conversation. The one
Yeah.
that I hate watching. It's the Polar Express. I don't
love it either. Don't tell my family this. I don't love it.
And it's not. If they could remake it with modern technology, I think it would be very good.
Yeah.
But the computers weren't ready to make that film in 2004. The computers were not ready, and it's spooky, and they're soulless ghouls, and there's a lot of weirdness. If they could remake it with like just the same audio tracks, I bet it'd be better. I bet it would be better.
I have one more take.
Okay.
And we talked recently, I don't know if it was on Twitter or text, about how we don't really understand how wind works, or how you don't really understand how wind works.
Yeah.
I've got another take. So, okay. The last few days before today.
I thought you were going to tell me that you researched it and you're going to tell me.
No, I didn't. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that for the podcast. I'm not doing science. But I take Olivia to school every morning. Last few days, it's been like 15 degrees on Monday and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Today, 35 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That 20 degrees does not feel the same as the 20-degree difference between 55 and 75. Because at 15 degrees, it is cold. And at 35 degrees, it is cold. But at 55 degrees, it is sometimes cold. And at 75 degrees, it is pretty warm.
I'm going to have
Those
to go
20
ahead and...
degrees, the severity of those 20 degrees do not feel the
No,
same.
I'm going to have to disagree with you here on this one. I went to the gym today, obviously. You probably noticed. Didn't actually work this arm out because of the aforementioned elbow issue, but I did work this one out. I was wearing shorts. I was walking around. I went to the store. I went to the hardware store. Obviously, my man. It was totally fine. I threw a jacket on, but it's much more temperate than the past couple days have been like deep
I
late
drive
January
to school in
chill.
shorts every day because I go to the gym afterwards. So I was even doing that when I was 15.
You've outmanned me on this one, but you were colder those days.
I was colder, but the difference between 55 and 75, no.
Maybe I'm not going to downplay the difference of 15 to 35. Especially this is fun actually. This is
75 and 95, you're talking about like comfortable to like sweltering hot.
35 in the middle of winter though is like Miami. It feels like Miami. Like if that's early February, you're out there.
If there's no wind, yeah, I don't know.
Well, the wind is
So
a big factor.
you believe that the difference between 15 to 35 feels the same as the difference between 55 to 75?
Yes, I do.
Wow. I disagree wholeheartedly.
80 and 100, maybe that's a different conversation.
You're going from cold to cold. 55 to 75, you're going from cold to warm.
Yeah, I have complained on this podcast when it hits like 70.
I know.
Sweaty in the car.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe I'm a liar, but I value those 20 degrees down low. And I was going to say, I've covered the World Series in October. That's when they do play it. And I will be freezing because they throw the auxiliary box out in right field. It's pretty cool. Yeah. You're in the stands. Like that's way better than a sanitized, boring press box. But I'm like long sleeve shirt, sweater, jacket, hat, gloves with the fingers out so I can type, like all these things. And I'm like, ooh, and it's like 53 degrees.
Right.
And it's just like the timing of it is so interesting because if it's 53 degrees right now, like I said, we're wearing shorts and flip flops.
Well, Murph just threw in the chat. Just think about your house. The difference between 65 and 70 in December is huge. I would say like, yeah, if your upstairs is like 69 degrees and you have to go downstairs and the heat's not on and it's like 60, you feel like you're entering air conditioning, like a refrigerator.
As someone who podcasts from his cold basement, I can't argue with you on that one. So fair enough.
All right. Well, I got to put my daughter to bed.
Well, you can't get away from my fast fire takes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this the biggest Patriots game of the 2020s?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Biggest home game for sure. I don't know. Yeah. The playoff game in 2021 might be technically a bigger game.
Yeah.
But this is significant. The fact that it's 1:00 B team is significant.
Crazy.
Watt
and Eagle might be a better listen than Nance and Romo right now.
You're probably right. I'm not a CBS man anymore. My instinct was to praise the great Antonio Romo, but what's everyone on Twitter mad at Mike about this week? They don't know what intentional grounding is. That was my tweet. Marcus Stroud, CJ Stroud. Who's Marcus Stroud?
Pitcher? I don't know.
No. CJ Stroud took a snap on the left hash, ran straight back, threw it from the left hash, and they claimed he got out of the pocket. I think Clay Martin was the referee Sunday night. And I just tweeted out, the number of people who think there's a back of the pocket that you can get out of is crazy.
Yeah.
And this is to educate, I guess, because a lot of people, maybe you learned football in Australia where everything's backwards or something. There's no back. It extends all the way to the goalposts.
Yeah.
So a lot of people
back is a safety.
And they called me a moron. I think someone said, it's hard to tell. They're like, yeah, morons like this exist, and they're also allowed to vote. Kind of scary. And I'm like, you can just look it up. The amount of time it takes to look up the rule instead of yell at me. So that was alarming. So I just want to get it out there.
People who respond to tweets negatively, and this is coming from someone who did this recently.
Oh, that was my next one.
They've kind of got to screw loose.
Yep.
And that's me too. I've got to screw loose.
I had a strict rule. If there's a person with like a severe mental block when it comes to Patriots quarterbacks, new or old, and they tweet something that's just garbage.
Yeah.
I've espoused the belief on this podcast. You've just got to follow the Simpsons rule. Just don't look.
Yeah.
But Doug jumped in there. How'd that go?
It went pretty well, actually, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's like It's like fighting a child.
You're preaching to the choir on that one. But
Um,
I tweeted in between the Sunday afternoon, Sunday night games, something like they're throwing games on Christmas Day and Black Friday, but we can't do something about the 50-minute break between the 425 games and the 820 games.
which I saw, and I'll tell you, as a person that's reasonable, I said, "Oh, it's a lighthearted tweet saying I wish that in this 30 minutes right now I could watch a little football."
I don't know how many replies I got, but it felt like hundreds of people were giving me their shower schedules and telling me that was their time to
Laugh
to
track.
to eat and to put their kids to bed and to spend time with their families. Like, listen, we got to spend time with their families for 50 minutes.
It's just
My family's downstairs watching the games with me. Like, my daughter's on her iPad playing Roblox. Like, I'm spending time with my family. We eat on the coffee table 99 times out of 100. We eat in the living room. Like, people like acting like they know my life too.
Also,
I shower in the morning.
what's your stool schedule like these days? No,
People were also being like, that's when I go poop. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need to know that.
Send pics. This was a Patriots beat reporter on the bye week,
Yeah.
sitting on the couch for the first time. Well, I guess second time all year because
Yeah.
they played Monday night and
I
a
just wanted
Thursday.
to
So
watch more football. I didn't want to break.
just saying, just kind of like when you eat a big burger and you're like,
Yeah.
I wish I had another burger, you know?
Well, the other thing too is that like we were like, what do I put on for that 50 minutes? I can't put on a movie.
Oh, I can help you out here. This was my final point. Well, I had
Yeah.
another one on T. Higgins. I found that. Like, are we in 1990?
Yeah,
The way that
yeah.
T. Higgins was allowed to just keep getting concussions and play. Crazy. No one cares anymore. But they should. I can help you out with what to put on in that window.
Yep.
Because I recently found something, and this is going to change your life. This is my final point. This is to everyone listening. If you have Prime Video, which I assume like most people do, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much Amazon Prime costs. I just know I've had it forever. There's a show on there, all 7 seasons. At least one season I looked at had 25 episodes. So a lot of entertainment on there. A little show by the name of American Gladiators.
Oh, wow.
Threw that on Friday night.
Nice.
My daughter was all in.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, that's Tower. Tower's a monster. Tower's a beast.
Yeah.
And so it's the show I watched every morning as a child at 10 a.m. on USA Network. And what's insane about it, watching it now, well, first of all, it's great with the remote. You can just skip all the junk and just watch all action. So you can watch a 42-minute episode in like 18 minutes.
Nice.
But there was a contestant. He was 35 years old. And they had an event I don't remember called the Pyramid, where it's like stacks of pads and you got to get up past the gladiator, get to the top, kind of like an aggro crag, but it's all. And so like they have the higher ground and they'll just tackle you 20 feet down. And this man almost broke his neck like 3 straight times. And they did Powerball, which is the most, the buckets, they got to get the ball in, where they just form tackle you on the floor. And this guy's just getting killed. And I'm like, you're 35. Like, this could end your mobility for the rest of your life. Like, what are you doing? So
you're doing this for like a $500 gift card to Universal Studios.
That's
Orlando.
A good point. What is the prize? I'm not even sure, but it's fantastic, and it's like probably the best streaming filler content I've ever found. Where you can just you can just click event, click event. It's great.
Jen usually does homework with Olivia, so I have kind of time to kill in that period of time. Nothing to put on. That's a good thing to put on.
Because you can't put on like horror movies or
I can't throw on Die Hard for 25 minutes.
Right. So there you go. American Gladiators, Prime Video. You're welcome. That's my Christmas present to everyone.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. Happy holidays. We'll be back on Sunday night.